Hi, this is Dan Lilback, Director of Customer Service for the Milacron Aftermarket Division, and I'm here today to show you the new Milacron Aftermarket website as well as the ProVision 3D product, which is the new 3D e-catalog product that we're developing for our customers to enhance their customer experience with our product. So I'm on today the Milacron.com website, and I've got the Milacron Aftermarket logo, and I select that logo off the Milacron.com website, and I'm taken to the Milacron Aftermarket webpage, where I have a login here to our beta test account for our ProVision 3D product. Well, let me enter my password information here to log us in, log into the website, and I've got a ProVision 3D link here that I'm going to select, and I'll go through a single sign-on process, which will take our network information, pass it over to our partners at Gen Alpha, who are creating the Milacron ProVision 3D product. And as I move into that, the single sign-on will pass a token back and forth, which will validate that that sign-on is only being used by one person, and we'll be able to track the information that happens on that sign-on as the customer moves through their experience on the website. So as they access this website, they'll be able to see all of their machine detail on the left side, any marketing pertinent information that we're going to have for them here, and their current quotes and current orders will be displayed for them as well. So they're going to have quite a bit of information right off the front of the catalog as they move through. So the customers will be able to select machines by serial number, by model type, and they'll also be able to enter their own customer name. So if customers have press names for their different machines, press 1, press 2, maybe even Daisy May or T-Rex, as some of our customers have on some of their larger machines. They'll be able to enter that customer name here and be able to search for it as they move through. So I'm going to jump into a catalog now. I'm going to jump into this MM450 machine that was manufactured for Bemis. All the catalogs that we're showing today are Bemis machines, and they were manufactured, and these catalogs were manufactured for Bemis beta that we did just about 2 weeks ago on site in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. So as I drop down the different layouts that go underneath the main component for the machine, I show underneath these assemblies all the different layouts, and I'm going to click on this pump motor combination and jump into that, and I'm going to show a picture, a 3D picture, as well as the complete bill of materials for that layout just below that machine. So as you can see here, I've got all of the parts that go along with that machine, and I've got quite a bit of information here. I've got the part number, I've got the legacy part number, I've got vendor part number information, which will only be displayed internally to the Milacron user. I've got an engineering description, which also will only be an internal display, and then I've got a commercial description, as well as the quantity of parts that exist on that machine for that specific part in the bill of materials. So as I click here on the 3D drawing of this pump motor combination, I'll take a moment to load the details here, and I'll have a 3D fully functional version. I'm using my mouse here to spin this around and readjust the view of this layout. So as I have that opportunity, I can look from angles that I can't see when I'm looking at it on the machine, as I can see it in this 3D view today. So that's the orbit view that I'm showing you right now. I'm going to go into the pull apart and show you what happens as I pull these components off the layout drawings. So as I select this motor, you can see as my mouse hovers over top of it, it provides the E1 part number in the hover over view, and then also selects that motor in the detail below. So I've got that highlighted, and as I go through the various parts that I'm pulling off, it will do that for each one of those parts. So it's fully integrated and a full experience for the customer. They'll know what part number and what piece of material they're clicking on as they walk through the layout drawings in this 3D pull-apart view. And again, I have the opportunity to orient and spin this in any way that I want to look at, including the ways where I've already pulled this apart, and I can look at that in the position that it's at, and continue to see an incredible amount of detail about the part and the product. So if I'm looking for this motor, and that's what I came on the site for, and I knew it existed on this pump motor layout, I can select that motor, From a shopping cart perspective, one click, add to shopping cart. It's going to bring back pricing information, real-time pricing information, and even customer-specific pricing information. If we have a partnership agreement and have agreed to provide this part for a specific price to the customer, we'll provide their exact pricing that they agreed upon, and we'll also provide the availability information. We'll show if that part's real-time in stock, and we'll show if that part has so each of those components, the pump motor here, you can see it's showing where that pump motor exists, which layout. It'll show the price, and it'll show availability information here. Today I'm on a test site, a test server, so I'm not fully connected through the web services that we've created. But from a customer perspective, one click to show the item that you're going to add to cart, one click to add it to cart, and then from the cart perspective, once it's popped in the cart, it's really one click to place order. So it's a very simple process for the customer as they go through the order entry process, reducing the amount of effort that they go through to essentially 3 clicks to place an order. So incredible amount of functionality in detail here in just a few minutes on this website. So I'm going to click through a manifold drawing as well, because customers see a great amount of information through these manifold drawings. The engineering team, as they create these drawings, really highlighted the ports in color-coded format, so the customer can see which valve is going to which end of the port through these manifold blocks, and they'll be able to see that detail for where that hydraulic fluid is going through the machine in very detailed specs. So that's a real interesting part for the customer as they move forward, and really be able to provide some good feedback. And again, as I select these parts and move them around, from the customer's perspective, even down to these individual screws, I can see exactly what I'm looking at. See, I'm looking at 4 screws, and I have, again, the part number, the legacy part number, the engineering description, the quantity, all highlighted for me as I move through this detail. So one of the other functionalities that we wanted to show here was the ability to have video played on this site. Obviously, it's a component that we have. This MG1000 Maxima machine that was created for Bemis had a marketing video created for it, and we just placed this marketing video out here so that we can show that this functionality exists, as the customer would want to see videos on their site about their machine. So I'll expand this to full screen mode. From a customer perspective, this really gives an incredible amount of opportunity for them to have a runoff in our shop, only send a few folks, but actually record that and videotape it on our end, and actually then distribute that on this website to the customer, and provide quite a bit of information as they go through the training period. And everyone at their shop can view those training videos and see that detail of what they observed while they were at runoff, and understand the questions that were asked and the details that go along with that. One of the other things I wanted to show was the 2D functionality. So we've got 3D for machines that basically, for a machine that started construction in 1997, we have 3D material for, but this website is going to go back to about 1992-93 from an electronic bills and materials perspective. So I've got machines that were constructed in 2D, where I'm going to have some access here to show some 2D information as we go through. So I'm going to select the 2D button here, and it brings up the 2D print. And as I click through this 2D print, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to select the various bubbles that are on here. And as you can see, similar to the 3D option, it's presenting me a part number as I hover over, and as I select that, it's selecting that detail in the bill of materials below. So again, incredible amount of functionality, incredible detail, still dealing with 2-3 clicks to purchase, and a lot of functionality for the customer there. So that was the ProVision 3D product. We're going to be adding about 7,000 machines before the end of the year, so quite a few customers are going to be experiencing this. And if there's any questions or any information you want to get from me, please contact me. Again, my name was Dan Lilback. I'm the Director of Customer Service for Milacron Aftermarket. My email address is Dan_Lilback, and that's LILLBACK @milacron.com, and my phone number is 513-536-2267. Thanks for taking the time today to watch this video, and we'll talk with you all soon.